Hello, I am your Kingdom Spiritual Transformational and Life Purpose Life Coach and Mentor, Latricia Booker, here with Kingdom Business, where we are empowered. When we heal, we get delivered, and we get free. We know who we are. We elevate our minds and our spirits, and we raise and expand our consciousness to ultimately walk in our true divine purpose and power, and that is the truth of who God has created us to be. Kingdom people, we are history makers, we are real changers, we are dream successors, we are wealth generators, we are manifestors, we are curse breakers, and we most definitely are transformers more than meets the eye. Yeah, kingdom people, we are. Kingdom people, thank you all so much for viewing my videos, for all the likes, subscribe, shares, comments, feedbacks, everything that you have shared here on Kingdom Business. Thank you for all the financial contributions to my channel and for all of the seeds that you sow into me and my ministry. It is very much appreciated. Thank you, Kingdom people. Thank you. And so, Kingdom people, you already know what I'm here to do. And if you don't know, then now you know. I am here to drop this beat, this word, this message. Yeah. Kingdom people, I am the chain breaker. Are you ready to break some chains? Let's go. So check it. Kingdom people, listen to this. They do research on you because, let me tell you why they do research on you. Because you are a star. You are a celebrity. You're God's star. You are a celebrity. Some of you are up-and-coming stars. You already got that star quality. Some of you are becoming celebrities. You are someone great. You are an influencer. You are a public figure. You could even be just starting or on your way. But you're a public figure who's growing into something greater. God is using you for his purpose. You are an entrepreneur and a successful one. Even if you're up and coming, you're going to be such a successful entrepreneur. You are a creative innovator. You are a creative innovator. And you are prosperous and you are prospering, kingdom people. You are a prosperous person. Either way, you are prosperous and you are prospering. You're somebody great. You're someone awesome. Check this out. People are doing research on you. Now, as we know, it's okay to research people. Many a times, it's nothing wrong with research simply because, if we want to know about subject matters or certain things and certain industries or whatever it is, it's just so many things to research. If you're interested in certain topics, you research them. You get information. You educate yourself on these things. It's even okay to research certain people. In many cases, I know personally, I love autobiographies and biographies of certain people who are great influencers, who have done great things. I love to, read about their life, read their story, learn about their story, get some inside understanding on their life and the way they think and how they do things and did things and how they became who they are. And many a times, I get a lot of insight from it. Sometimes I get ideas. Sometimes it's just about connecting with who they were. And it can influence you in a positive way. Now, there's that other side too, where you can be influenced in a not so nice way. But hopefully you're not doing research to be influenced in a not so nice way. Even though sometimes you come across information that's not so positive. But kingdom people are researching you. Some for good, because they like what they see. Sometimes people are trying to get more information about you because they may want to hire you as in an interview. Like people these days, companies look at your social media. They go deeper and get more information on you. Criminal background checks, any kind of background checks. They want to know who you are. They're interested in seeing who you are to see if you are a good fit for their company, for their team, or whatever. Even if it's not an interview for a so-called job. I shouldn't say so-called. I shouldn't say it like that, because there's nothing wrong with a job as long as you're not a slave, kingdom people. Okay? And if you are, set yourself free. Anyhow, people will research you when they're trying to get information about you, even for good things, even to be a blessing to you. Because sometimes people are just interested in you. They like what they see. They want to know more about you. It's okay. Now, in this case, though, kingdom people, I'm particularly speaking of them ones. Y'all know them ones. Your enemies, the haters, the ones that try to stop, block, all that. They do research on you because they're trying to get information about you. And the reason why they're getting this information or they're doing this research is because of what they see in you. You have, you are intriguing to them. You have sparked someone's interest, kingdom people, even though they're trying to do negative things where you're concerned. Some of these people, listen, are doing things illegal to get information about you. What I mean by that, some people may be at their jobs. They may have access to certain public information or certain information. Maybe your information is there. And what they're doing is very illegal. And I'm hearing in many cases a felony. Some people, listen, there are instances where people will try to get information about you and research you based on whatever information is around. And again, it could be at their job. It could be through mail. You know, people can look at your mail if they have access to your mail to try to just be in your business, see what you're doing, what you have going on. You know, they're trying to figure some things out. They're doing research on you. Again, if someone is tampering even with your mail or any legal documents or personal information of yours that you have not shared with them personally, it's actually illegal. They're committing a crime. It's considered a felony. And so, yeah, they're doing this research on you because of who you are. And some of these people are just nosy people. They just do this with anybody. And again, if people are doing this at their jobs, using their jobs and what they have access to be nosy and do research on you, the thing is, they may just be like this with anybody just because they're nosy. But what has happened is, you kingdom people, you're something different. Many of people, they did their research, they looked, however they do it, however they get their information, however they're doing their research. It could even be online. You could be Googling people, and these days with social media, you know, with people having different social media platforms and all this, that, and the other. Listen, the thing is, some people, they have come across, because they're nosy people. These ones are nosy. They just want to see who's who, what's what. And again, these kind of people, this is just what they do. Some people, they don't continue to research them, but they continue to research you. The reason being is because of who you are. Kingdom people, you a star. Kingdom people, many of you, if you're not actually a celebrity, I'm here to tell you, you a celebrity. You a celebrity to them, or they can see that in you. And I'm speaking of celebrity in a kingdom way, not in a worldly way. Because there are celebrities who are kingdom people, as we know. Again, you are someone great. You are an influencer. You could be a public figure and a creative innovator. You might just be good at what you do. Whatever it is, kingdom people, they are researching you because they see something great with you. And what I'm getting again is that they can't stop. They keep going. They keep going. They keep trying to find something. They keep trying to figure out something. And this is something, the point is this. The reason why people research you so hard, these ones that's doing it And many of you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's all. Even when they're always trying to figure out what you're doing, what you got going on, that's a form of trying to research you, trying to see what's up. And yes, they're using other means to do so too. If they're, again, if they have access to certain means, again, Google or whatever, just looking you up online. But they're doing this because of who you are. It's something to you. You don't spend your time researching someone like that unless you see something great in them. As I said in the beginning of this video, we like to research people, or I do. Most times we're reading biographies and autobiographies and doing research on people who are doing something great, who are doing something significant in this world, and who have done something significant with their lives. We hear about it. We heard of them. We know about them. So we want to know more. Kingdom people, it's the same thing with you. They research you and seek you out and try to figure out what's your life about, what it is, and all this, that, and the other, because you're someone great. You're a world changer. You're making a difference, and you're doing something great in this world. For God, that is. What God has purposed you to do, of course. Absolutely. But you too are someone great, and that's why they do all this research on you. Now, I have to switch gears here a little bit, kingdom people. Well, yes, you can research people, as I already said, for the good. These ones, them ones, are researching you for not so good. They're trying to get information on you to use, again, yeah, they just nosy, but they want to use their information to see some kind of a way as to how they can do whatever it is they're trying to do to you. Whether it be trying to stop you, trying to block you, trying to use, I keep hearing using it against you. Now, this is a new one that God dropped on me. Or, well, let me say this first. Sometimes they're trying to figure out information as to how to get close to you. And, you know, what you like, where you came from. Because they're looking for some kind of a common ground or some kind of a way to connect with you. It's like they have to present themselves to you in a way of knowing something about you so they can present it to you as a way of saying, oh, me too. As a way to make a connection. But again, kingdom people, their reason for doing so, their motive is not for good. Some of these people, them ones, are researching you to find out something about you so that they need a way in other words, kingdom people. So they need to know something about you because they need a way to connect with you. So they have to know something about you so they can use that information and in their mind, you would think, oh, we're alike, or we have something in common. Problem with that, kingdom people, you already know who many of these ones already are. You already know they are your enemies, yet they're still trying to find a way. And that is one of the ways they're doing it. They're being doing it now. It's nothing new. They're being doing that. My point here is that they continue to. They just won't stop. They're steadily trying to research, find out something they can use. They're trying to know you, know something about you that they can use to connect with you. But again, kingdom people only research people who's doing something great, who's doing something worthwhile. We're not over here researching and trying to find out more about people who's not on anything, unless we're doing it for a purpose of trying to get an understanding or present some. Maybe we're doing research to do a paper or write a book or an article or whatever, do some kind of a presentation to educate people, make people aware, to maybe change the problem. Again, world changers, history makers, people that are doing something great. Even if you're researching something that's not so great, like poverty, you know, and something's going on in this world. I don't know why I just heard homicide or just whatever it is, kingdom people. I don't want to go too deep into that, but things that are not so positive. Yes, people do research that kind of a thing. That's part of how we hear so much about it, because especially from the experts in those areas. Now, getting back to my point, let me reel myself back in, kingdom people. This is the thing. Again, they're trying to find a way to connect with you. They would not be trying to find a way to connect with you by doing research, trying to find something they could use if you were not someone great. If they didn't see you as someone as an influencer. I just heard you have a great mind. They like your intelligence. And I'm hearing again, because you're prosperous and you are prospering. And some people want in on that. And or they want to try to stop that. So they're looking for a way to make that connection with you. So some people are researching you to find what they can use to try to connect with you. Now, I was getting ready to go here before, but I had to finish out what I was saying. This is something new that God dropped on me between last night and this morning. Now, if many of you are maybe familiar with trauma bonding. If you're not, let me explain. Trauma bonding is when two people connect, make a connection, develop a relationship based on trauma that they have experienced that are similar, of a similar nature. Now, the problem with trauma bonding is if you're trauma bonded in a negative way, meaning you're just hanging out in your trauma and you're not getting healed, delivered, and free, that's a problem. Some of these people, kingdom people, are trying to figure out what your trauma is, or what you're being through, should I say. God brought this to my attention, and the first thing that I could say in response to that is, what I've been through, I'm not stuck on. I'm not there anymore. I'm free. I'm delivered from it. So no one can trauma bond me based on what I've been through. Then God said this to me. He said, but they still will feel like you will understand because you've been through it. Again, I replied, the problem with that is someone who's on shady, in other words, they have a hidden agenda as to the reason why they're trying to connect with you. I wouldn't even if they have something, or they're going through something, or it's something similar, you will be able to detect that they want you to bond with them because of the trauma they have experienced. And again, you're free from that. And you're not trying to bond with nobody on no trauma. Kingdom people, we past that. We evolving. We're healing. We getting delivered, and we getting free. And some things we already free of. So we don't even want any ties to people like that. Now, here's the thing, kingdom people. Yes, we heal, we deliver, we set free, we help people become better in their lives. The issue with these people is that they don't want to do the work. They don't want to be accountable. They don't want to take responsibility for themselves. They want to attach themselves to you because they see you as healed, delivered, and free. So that is why they're looking for something to use to trauma bond you with. But the problem is they can't trauma bond with you because you ain't in trauma. Now, if they wanted to seriously get healed, free, and delivered and all those things, they would really be going somewhere and getting the help they need instead of continuing to research you and trying to figure out a way to connect with you. Especially knowing, number one, I want to say that they have no good intentions for you. Problem with that is, I couldn't even really say it, is because if someone doesn't have any good intentions for you, they don't care about all what they really should be doing the right way. All they care about is what they're trying to do. They're just trying to find a way to make a connection. And people are researching you, kingdom people, to try to figure out how to make that connection with you. And one of the ways, because see, I want to say one of the ways is, what did you go through? What have you experienced? What have you overcome? Because they know you have. You may have spoken about it, hit on it in some kind of a way, and they were around, or maybe you said it to them without going into detail. So they're trying to understand what exactly is that, so they can even if they never experienced it, they'll try to present it to you and say that they have as a way to connect with you. Again, kingdom people, the issue with that is go get some help. Why you telling me your problems? But it's because they're trying to connect with you. These people need a way in. They need a way in, and I just heard to try to destroy you. Again, these are the ones that want to use you. They want to suck you dry, take what you have, but they also want to take you out and drag you down, pull you down, all at the same time. And even if their intention is not to drag you down, but to use you, attach themselves to you, because clearly you're overcoming and you're prosperous. I just heard these people are dead weight. Which is probably why you avoid them, kingdom people. The thing is, even, I forgot what I was saying, but it's all mixed up. Do you see how that's mixed up? And that's how they are, kingdom people. They mixed up, but they're so focused on trying to get in with you because you are an overcomer. You're prosperous. You're prospering, and they want in on that, and they trying to research again and again. Either on their phones, on their keyboards, whatever, on social media, watching your stuff. Even if you're in communication with some of these people, they try to steer a conversation in a way to get information from you. They're trying to get information so they can know how to plot and plan and how to make that connection with you, because they want you to think that you guys are relatable or have a common ground or have something, have something alike. Have something, what am I trying to say? A common ground. Have something similar that you all are alike. But I just heard, be not unequally yoked. That's what I'm hearing. They know you're unequally yoked. They know you're not on what they on. Even with the trauma that you may have experienced that you've already overcome and being delivered and set free from. These people are still stuck in their trauma. Listen, they don't know how to deal with their pain. They don't know how to deal with their trauma. Neither do they want to. That's why they're trying to attach themselves to you. That's why they're trying to come to you with all what they've been through. But they don't want to heal and work through it. They just want to attach to you. And again, I was getting ready to say, even if their intention is not to try to pull you down, the very fact that they're in a state and condition it is, they would not be good for you. So they may really just want to connect with you because they see something with you. But again, they are more of a problem than anything, because these kind of people are not willing to take responsibility for themselves, their actions, for their lives. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to heal. They don't want to face themselves. They don't want to do that. That's why they're doing all this research on you, trying to figure out a way in to connect with you. So that, I want to say, so that you can do it. But you can't do their healing work. Furthermore, which is why they would be more of a problem, because they're not trying to do their healing work. So all they could be is baggage. All they could be is baggage. So I'm hoping I'm making sense here. This was something that was just like really on my spirit last night and this morning, and God was really speaking to me about it. But people are doing research on you, kingdom people. They're trying to find a way to connect with you. And in this case, when I'm speaking up, it's not for good. It's not for good. These are people 9 times out of 10 that have done you harm already. They have already done so much, and you probably don't want to have anything to do with you, yet they still trying to figure out a way in. And what they're doing is trying to do research on you to figure out what they can use. And one of the things they're trying to do in that research and what they're trying to figure out is what you're being through, so they can try to trauma bond with you in their mind. Even if they don't understand them terms in that way, that's what they're trying to do. So the overall point here, kingdom people, is people only do all this research you and try to figure out ways to try to connect with you, even for bad, even to try to cause you harm and all that. The only reason why people trying to figure out a way, figure out your past stuff, or what you're being through to try to trauma bond with you, which will never work because you ain't there. You're past, you've healed and being free from that. And if you're not, you in process, and you definitely wouldn't connect with somebody that's deeply in that and clearly are not really trying to get free. You get what I'm saying, kingdom people? But they're doing this because of who you are. Because you are a star. You are a celebrity. Whether you are or whether you on your way. You are prosperous and you are prospering. You are an influencer. You are a public figure. You are an entrepreneur. And you are a creative innovator. And there could be some more things that you are. The point is they see greatness on you. They see where, I want to say where you're going, even if they don't know where you're going. People have an idea that you're on your way somewhere. People have an idea that God is using you. And I'm just literally hearing, and many times these are already the people that have already tried to stop and block you. And it don't work. So this is their new approach. When God brought this to my attention, and again this morning, I said, oh, I thought about, I did a video not long ago. He said that they don't have any more plays in their playbook. So I guess they trying to, I want to say, oh, they figured out a new play. It ain't in their playbook, but they had to come up with something new. But the God said to me, actually, they been trying to do this. It's nothing new. It's just a matter of they just keep trying. They keep trying. They keep trying. They just won't give up. But the thing is, people continue to try to research you and won't give up and keep going and keep trying to get you and keep trying to, because you're somebody great. You don't waste time doing this kind of stuff, and people don't keep going and keep going and keep trying on somebody that ain't worth it, kingdom people. It's because you are great. God is awesome in you. He's great in you. I mean, you hooked up to God, like for real, for real. It makes sense. These people, them ones, they just can't let it go. They continue to research you because all the greatness that you are, all the greatness that's on the inside of you, they want that greatness for themselves. And they think doing all this research and trying to find a way to connect is going to work. Unfortunately, kingdom people, so sad for them, it won't. Now, God did give me scripture. He said they're seeking you, searching you out, trying to figure things out. What we do is what Matthew 6:33 says. But seek you first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Kingdom people, that's what we do. That's really what they should be doing. I've said it before. I'm saying it again here. They need to seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and let God add all them things to them. But they don't want to do the work. They don't even want to seek God. And even if they go to God for a minute, these kind of people want fast results. Again, they don't want to do the work. They see you've already done the work. You're continuing to do your work. You already prospering. So they want to latch on to you. But they need a way to connect with you. They need a way to trauma bond you. So they have to keep doing research. And as much research as they doing, they ain't coming up with nothing. They're not coming up with nothing. You have to share that. And so for some of you, you haven't shared that story openly. Even if you've shared it with people, you haven't shared it openly. But they have to get to the people and know that you shared it with. Some of these people don't know the people you shared it with. You know, it's different for everybody. You get what I'm saying, kingdom people? So anyway, I feel like I just went on and on and on. But I had to get that out my system. I had to get this message out. I had some other things I needed to take care of. It's like, stop right now and do this. I had to release it, kingdom people. But these people are researching you. They are researching you, and they are researching you because you are so great. That God in you is so great that they want to look like what they see in you. Yet they're not that. They haven't done the work to be that. So they're trying to latch on to you, but they need a way to connect with you. So they got to research. Okay, kingdom people? Numbers 32 and 23. This is what God is saying. Now, they need to stop, is what God said. They need to stop. They need to seek him. and stop trying to get in with you. Because really, for many of these people, it's over. Because they've already caused so much reverential damage to any kind of relationship, even if you would have even considered it, that it's like they just don't want to let it go. They're still trying to find ways to get in. And God is saying, let it go, because it's not happening. These are people, kingdom people, you would never have nothing to do with. You don't care what they've been through. They need to go get some help. Go to the church. Send them to the therapist, the psychiatrist. I don't know. But it's not you. And God is saying, because they still going, he says in number 32 and 23, but if you do not do this, in other words, if you don't stop what he's saying do, you will certainly sin against the Lord. And be sure your sin will find you out. So it's like if they don't stop, if they keep going, they sinning against the Lord still. These ones being doing it already, they still going. And it says, and be sure your sin will find you out. It's going to find you out. So your sin going to come back around and find you out. It's like they just won't stop. And this passage comes from where Moses was speaking to the children of Israel, telling them what God said about something that they needed to do. You can go back and read it. Numbers 32. You can go as far back as 20, and it leads up to 23. But you can read more than that, of course. But it was just, it's making a point to say, this is what God is saying. Don't do this. If you do not do this, you will certainly sin against the Lord. If we don't do what God is saying do, what we doing? Sinning against him. And it's saying that be sure your sin will find you out. Don't that mean it's gonna backfire? Don't that mean there's gonna be some consequences? But anyway, kingdom people, these people are researching you. Them ones, they researching you, and I'm gonna say it once more. They are researching you because you are a star, you are a celebrity, you are someone great, you are an influencer, you are a public figure, you are an entrepreneur, you are a creative innovator, and you are prosperous and prospering, and so many other things, great things that you are. These are just a few that God gave me. But that's why they are researching you, kingdom people. And I mean, it makes sense, right? You research awesome people. Unfortunately, their intentions for it is not good. And even if they think it's good, they need to go deal with themselves and do the work. They need to seek God. That's what God is saying. Not you. Because you can't help them. And even where maybe you could have, you can't. Because of so much that they've already done. Anyway, kingdom people, they research you because you are great. Let me just leave that right there. Because I can go on and on and on and on, but I at the same time can't. Because I got to go. I'm going to let that rest right there. So if you like this video and or if it resonates with you, please just go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Then click on that red subscribe button and subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so. Thank you. Then click on that bell right next to that red subscribe button. And you can get a notification every time I upload a new video. Something like this one, kingdom people. Kingdom people, if you are interested in any of the services that I presently offer, you can find all the information right down below in the description box. If you would like to be a blessing to me, my channel and my ministry, you can cash at me at cash.me/$L Booker and the number 1. That will be linked in the video, and it's also down below in the description box. You can also PayPal me at paypal.me/Patricia Booker. That information is also down below, and it's linked in the video as well. So, kingdom people, we are. We are history makers. We are real changers. We are dream successors. We are wealth generators. We are manifestors. We are curse breakers, and we most definitely are transformers. More than meets the eye. Yeah, kingdom people, we are. Kingdom people, I love you all so very much. I really do appreciate you being here with me and spending this time here with me. You could be anywhere else, but you chose me. For now, anyway. And I appreciate you for that, kingdom people. Now, with that being said, much love, light, and peace. And many blessings to you all. Kingdom people. That is my time. I feel like I'm forgetting something. If I'm forgetting something, I don't know what to tell you. Sorry, Kingdom people. Anyway, Kingdom people, I believe that's my time. I gotta go. So, I am out. Peace.